There was a flight attendant who quietly took off her high heels and used them to stir a cup of coffee. She then served that same coffee to a female passenger, but that passenger turned out to be even more arrogant than expected. She shoved the cup away, spilling hot coffee all over the attendant. The poor woman burned herself but couldn't say a word because that passenger was a princess who had chartered the entire plane. A little later, the attendant returned with another cup of coffee. That's when the princess noticed something, a ring on the attendant's finger. It looked just like hers. The princess smirked, asked her to remove it, and said, "Someone like you doesn't deserve something this expensive." Then she threw the ring on the floor and crushed it with her heel. The attendant was humiliated. She walked back to the galley, shaking with anger. She wanted revenge, and she knew the princess had a deadly allergy to shrimp. So she prepared a plate of seafood noodles, carefully removing all visible shrimp, and served it to the princess. Moments later, coughing sounds echoed through the cabin. The princess's face turned red, her eyes swollen. She could barely breathe. The attendant froze in fear. When the plane landed, the princess was rushed to the hospital. The attendant finally breathed a sigh of relief until she saw the news. The princess had died. Because of her royal status, her body had to be flown back immediately, and she had requested that same attendant to escort her body alone. The attendant couldn't refuse. She sat quietly in the last row of the empty plane. Suddenly, the plane hit strong turbulence, and the coffin fell open. Terrified, the attendant screamed for the captain, but there was no response. That's when she realized it wasn't turbulence, it was her. The princess's spirit had come back. Panicking, she banged on the cockpit door, begging for help. When no one answered, she grabbed an axe and smashed the cabin glass. The captain thought she had gone insane and tied her to a seat, right in front of the coffin. And when the plane finally landed, the princess's bodyguard came inside, and what he saw made his blood run cold. The flight attendant was lying lifeless on the floor.